Him is my favourite villain of all time in the Zelda series, and in this video I'll show you how great he is. Let's get into it. In this video I'm going to talk about why Ghirahim is clearly the best villain in the entire Zelda franchise. I'm mainly going to talk about the cutscenes, sprinkled in with parts of gameplay. This is solely my opinion, so feel free to argue in the comments. So to start this off, when you first fight Ghirahim, he's so cocky, treating Link as the ground he walks on. I love how he sheds his scarf to hold back and keep his reputation as a high-ranking demon of demise. However, his downfall is how he underestimates the hero. Another time, you meet Ghirahim and he interrupts a heartwarming moment between the hero and the maiden. Even when he is taking Zelda to revive Demise, he acts like a model. This provokes Link, making him pissed. Ghirahim isn't even fazed by the hero, he sees him as an annoyance. He knows about the power of the Master Sword, the evil's bane, but chooses to not show his fear, for he sees Link as an inferior, which I applaud him for the attitude. The sheer audacity to come to the sealed grounds and to confront the hero. He truly is a worthy antagonist who has the ability to absolutely enrage the hero of skies. In this scene, we see the absolute GOAT dancing, performing a ritual to revive Demise. I find that the humming he does adds a little flair to his personality. He then looks up at Link and then dismisses him and then carries on with what he's doing. What a GOAT. Bonus point, he even says to his minions, I don't care how many of you get lodged on the end of his blade. Personally, I believe that this is an amazing quote. Come on, that's so gruesome and horrifying. What other villain in the Zelda series would say something like that? Another incident is where you've just beaten the Nehru mine and you're about to reunite with Zelda, but then Ghirahim bursts through the rubble, casts a spell which a Link cannot get past, goes head to head with Impa, attacking with full force. He was dangerously close to capturing the maiden, and he would have if the hero wasn't there. What I love about this cutscene is how he stopped the hero from doing what he was destined to do with ease. Just a flick of his wrist and he wasn't a threat anymore. Really shows the magnitude of his power. But here again, his downfall was overestimation of his own ability and underestimation of Link. Once Link intervenes and Zelda have escaped, he says he will make the affair so excruciating he will deafen to the sound of his own screams. Once you have beaten Ancient Sister, you see Ghirahim expressing boredom. He says he doesn't have time for you, so poof, he's gone. This is a unique part of his personality. Every other mainline antagonist would set aside time to fight the hero, but Ghirahim doesn't want to, he's too busy. Even as far as to call him a beat. Let's move on to his appearance. Here he has a crimson red scarf which really adds to his personality. Inside of it he has diamonds which he loves to use as the nature of his attacks. And I love the black and yellow colour scheme. He also has bold white hair which covers half of his head, which he flicks back whenever he pleases. He also has a chain with, you guessed it, diamonds shaped and diamonds connecting them. His sword is very black, which I personally don't think fits well with the getup, but I love the design of it. That red jewel which goes along with it, just great. Ghirahim's second battle is basically the same premise, but just a few minor differences. Like in phase 1, he has his kunais as well as his hand, and in phase 2, he has 2 swords with a couple new movesets. I like how in phase 1 he has changed his gloves to black to increase his style. I don't really like how close it is to the first time you fight him, but it has some unique parts which differ from it. He also has a zigzagged cracked part going from the top of his body to the bottom. This adds a lot of flair to him, and I personally love it a lot. It shows how he is losing his sanity trying to find the maiden, having to deal with the boy himself. He progressively becomes more deteriorated as time goes on. I love the design of the floor which reflects the diamonds he uses. Honestly, people might not have picked up on that, but I believe it's a necessary detail. When you fight Ghirahim for the 3rd time, his entire body is shed, showing his true colours. He has his signature diamonds, but he's mostly brown all over and white eyes. The arena you fight in is amazing. You're raised in the sky and you're walking on his orange coloured diamonds. It's so cool. Every time you knock him down, you perform a fatal blow, getting him closer to the ground. I love how after you perform a fatal blow to show his true strength, he doesn't move from his position until he fully gets up, showing how much he's changed from a demon to an object. His second phase is pretty boring. You just block with a shield and stab him in the next phase is actually pretty good. He gets this big sword, which I love the design of. He blocks with his sword and you have to destroy his sword in whichever direction he is blocking in. I love this phase as it's his final stand. He really doesn't want to be beat, so he calls down a massive sword. It's a real shame how this is the last time you deal with him, because he is an enemy with a true story, a motive, a purpose to serve demise his master. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you next time.